No pinchies. She watches a lot of baseball for him.
Oh, God bless.
Okay.
Olivia, what are the things that you like to do? What is your best?
Gymnastics, basketball, and softball.
Gymnastics, basketball, and softball?
And we taken a break, so right now we're just doing
I
gymnastics.
don't like kid pitch,
Yeah, she doesn't like it. She
but
likes.
I do a lot of basketball at home.
Okay.
With me, I'm the best at basketball.
No, I am.
I'm Curry. I can go this.
Tell me what you like about gymnastics right now.
I'll stay still. Sit still.
Everything.
Uh-huh. Do you do like competitions and stuff?
Not yet. We're kind of new to it. So I was.
I want to.
So she wanted to do gymnastics for a long time,
Uh-huh.
and I was terrified that the chemo had made her bones brittle, and I was terrified that she was like gonna break an arm or leg or something. So not until this last visit that she got checked again. Oh, please sit still. I can't stop. Not until this last visit she got cleared again, and I like double, triple checked, like, okay, her bone strength is okay, like, we're good. And so we finally went for it.
What was it like to get the all clear from your doctors? That you could do gymnastics
She knew.
finally?
I think she knew, and it was all me. So it was more of a like, I told you so moment, probably more than anything.
Did you look at your mom and say, now can we begin?
So she's been doing good with it. She likes it a
I've
lot.
been playing baseball
I
since I was
practice like every
1
day.
or 3.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
And
we
he
have a
doesn't
whole
practice
gymnastics gym in our
Okay,
house.
when she gets started, y'all are gonna have to tone it back, okay?
Aw.
Are you rolling, Tony?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just wanted to get a little side
Oh
interaction.
yeah,
while we
you
were
got it.
going.
You got it.
So you are rolling?
For real, you gotta stop me.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, do you guys have to share a room and stuff too?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
No.
Although they want to, but they did used to, and then they separated, and then they have sleepovers in each other's rooms sometimes.
So are you guys best friends?
We hate each other, but sometimes we love each other.
I don't think you hate each other ever.
That's not true.
Is she your best girlfriend?
No.
That's Evelyn.
Is he your best boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's not true. You have William.
You have Evelyn.
Blood is thicker than,
Evelyn
than all of it.
Evelyn said I love you on his Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Take me back, Kacie, when Olivia was first diagnosed. Like, what was she,
Okay.
what were you experiencing? What was the symptoms she was experiencing?
Right.
Kind of take me back to that moment.
Okay. So in 2018, we had been on a family vacation. We had gone to Orlando for like one day at Disney and to the beach, and she had felt kind of sick on the way there. I thought maybe it's just like the long drive and her eating junk food and
Yeah.
stuff. And the next day, our second day there, she was fine through the week. She had been kind of doing some pains, like nighttime pains in the legs and things like that. And we kind of just attributed it to growing pains at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But on our way back from Orlando, she slept pretty much the whole drive. It's like a 16-hour drive or something. And she slept 98% of the drive back. And so we knew like something was off. Went to our pediatrician. They kind of ruled it out as like some sort of a little fever virus. Did some blood work, told us to come back in a couple days if she was still having the on and off fevers. She was, so we went back. The blood work was a little bit more off. Nothing crazy, like nothing hugely red flag. But our pediatrician was amazing and sent us straight to Le Bonheur and then to St. Jude. So within, less than 12 hours, we had become a St. Jude family, and she had gotten her first dose of chemo. So it was a whirlwind. You have a 2.5-year-old. He is at his babysitter's. I remember my dad picked him up.
I had a babysitter?
Yes. My dad picked him up, and we were just trying to kind of figure it all out. What we were going to do, what this was going to look like, and what was going on.
Yeah.
And most importantly, like, was she going to be okay? So, we had to jump right in. And then from that point, we were in treatment actively for almost 3 years. So she had almost 3 years of chemo and doctor's appointments and medication and just all of it. So our life quickly changed from just being a normal chaotic family life of twins to a chaotic life of twins and a child with cancer. And then trying to also balance, just the normal everyday things, you know, home, work, other children. So it was definitely a crazy time,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I think probably the one thing, you've got twins at the time. Do you have other children too?
No,
Okay.
no.
But I mean, 2 children at one time. And so throughout all of this, you didn't get a bill for any of it.
None
Like,
of it, not
what?
a dime. We would get bills from our insurance companies, or not bills, but the explanation of benefits. We would get those bills to show what they charged and what insurance covers and things like that. And it was just amazing, because St. Jude does, obviously, if you have the means and you have insurance, they're going to bill your insurance, as they should. But then what the leftover was, we never got a bill for. And we never were expected to pay or asked to pay or felt guilty about it for anything. So not only do you not get a bill for the treatment that you're getting, but they literally cover all of it. So, when Olivia was here and sick, they gave us all the medical equipment that we would need at home to take care of her, down to like if she needed Tylenol or allergy medicine, like everything had to come from St. Jude. So, they came to appointments and needed lunch, that was covered. Any kind of food or anything that we needed, if we lived a certain distance away, our gas would have been covered, or if we were from out of town, housing would have been provided. It's just amazing what they do, not just for the patients, but the entire family, so that you have that peace of mind and can focus on what needs to be focused on at the time, which is your child going through cancer.
Yeah, even all these years later, not to be strapped with medical debt.
Oh, right. We would still
we
be
can
paying
pay
for
for
it.
those gymnastics lessons.
Yes, absolutely. We can go on vacation and, still be in our house and all those things because we didn't have to fight for years with the medical insurance companies and paying for bills. And, at one point we had tried to keep up with how much it would have cost us. But I could not even, it quickly ran over 100,000, very quick in treatment. So it's amazing.
I have a daughter their age. I have 2 other kids. I can't even wrap my head around the diagnosis and then bam, you're starting treatment.
Right.
Like, how have you been able to
I think
process?
I'm just now being able to breathe.
Yeah?
I think I lived. So I'm a therapist by trade. I'm a social worker. So, I take care of everybody else's needs before my own, and we do
You're
that.
also a mom. We
Or
do that
I was gonna say,
too.
we also do that as moms, anyways. But I definitely jumped right into this, and it was definitely a sort of fight or flight. I want to say moment because it was our year. We lived it for so long. So it wasn't until after treatment and well after treatment was over. So we're coming up on 4 years post-treatment now. And I would say probably not until the last year and a half, have I really been able to sort of take a step back and process through everything that she's gone through, that we've gone through, that he's gone through. It was a lot. There's a lot to deal with and a lot to kind of, you forget parts of it. It's like when you have a newborn and you forget parts of that because you're just on that like autopilot stage. But we are thankful for the journey that we've been on. We have become different people, and then they have definitely been raised differently than I would have ever imagined my children being raised. But I'm thankful for what they have experienced, even though it sounds crazy to be thankful that your child has cancer or went through that. Obviously I wouldn't want that, but I'm thankful that if she was going to have that in her life, that we were at a place like St. Jude to experience how we have had to go through that.
Do you still come back yearly?
We do. So now she's at yearly appointments.
In April.
We come back in April. We come back yearly for her checkups and stuff. They sort of stair step you out. And that was a hard time. You would think like after 3 years of treatment, you'd be ready to be done and like never want to see this place again. But that was a difficult time for all of us. When we got done with treatment, all of us were kind of like, okay, like, what do you mean we don't come back every Monday? Like, what do you mean if she has a fever, we go to the doctor's office? Like, we go to the pediatrician. I remember her, the first time she had a cold, like, she did not want to go to her pediatrician. Like, she wanted to come to St. Jude.
You wanted to come see your doctors and nurses here?
Because that's who she trusted,
Yeah.
you know, and that's who she loved and cared for and knew how they were going to handle her. She was never scared coming here. You know, it was never a scary place or a scary, you know, you think of a hospital setting for a child and it's this big, scary, stale, sterile place. And it is not like that here. It is fun and exciting and loving and caring. And, she would be able to run and be a kid, and so would he.
I think that's the important aspect of it. It isn't all just Olivia. It's bringing in Owen too, and
Absolutely.
making Owen a part of everything. Especially, when we sit down and talk to families,
Right.
the brothers and sisters are always invited too.
Absolutely. And when she was inpatient, he was inpatient right along with us. When we were inpatient for her birthday, his name was on the cake and the banner and getting gifts as well. It was never just her, which I think probably helped her not feel so different too. She was little, so I don't know that she processed things like that then. But, they made friends here. Like, we made friends here. We've traveled with some of these friends. Like, they're going to be lifelong friends of ours.
Yeah, no one can know what you're going through quite like
no.
someone who's gone through it too.
Nobody.
Right?
And friends try to support you. Friends and family support you as much as they can. But, when your child has a cough and it's just a cough, but when you have a child with leukemia who has a cough, then you go through 5,000 different things. So it's good to have not just the people that are going through it yourself, but to be able to call those doctors and nurses literally at any hour. I mean, we can still call them if I'm going down that rabbit hole of being worried and being a worried mom, and they've still reassured me, about things years after we've been out of treatment. So it's a special place for sure.
Olivia, do you have any special people, like nurses or doctors that you really like here?
Oh yeah.
Who is it?
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite doctor? Doctor.
Or
No, she's a nurse. Who's your doctor? Dr.
Pooh.
Dr. Pooey was our oncologist, and he is world known for the work he does with childhood leukemia, and he is just absolutely amazing. He comes off as this very serious, and he is very serious, no frills, no playing, but he is amazing with them. Never saw her without giving her a toy, and if he was with them, he was getting something from him too. He was amazing with them. So Dr. Pooey is definitely our favorite doctor. And then who are your favorite nurses?
Smith Lauren.
Smurf Lauren. We call her Smurf Lauren. Why do you call her Smurf Lauren?
Because she's
She
a
has
Smurf.
blue hair.
She has blue hair?
She did.
That's amazing.
She had blue hair. She's had purple hair. She's had
Pink hair.
all kinds of hair. But Lauren Donnelly is her actual name.
Wait.
But
No.
she's been one of our favorites.
I thought it just
And
was Smith.
Lauren and the other.
And the other Lauren, so there's another Lauren that was our favorite, Lauren Robinson. She was our nurse when we first got to be inpatient, and she did an amazing job when Dr. Pooey came in and gave us all of this information. When Dr. Pooey came in and just gave us all of this information and just laid it all out there, and your world is just collapsing. She was amazing with coming in and kind of going through it all with us and making sure we were okay. And she switched to a different department now, but we're dealing with her in procedures and still close with her. What about Miss Martha? Miss Martha, I mean, all of them. Her whole team was just amazing. But Martha and the two Laurens and Dr. Pooey have just been amazing. Hey, stop.
Olivia, do you have a stuffed animal here?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
An elephant.
Olivia the elephant? Did you get to pick out which animal you liked?
No.
No.
That's pretty special though.
What animal would
Yeah.
you have picked?
What animal would you have picked?
Bunny.
But I figured it would be.
We know the bunny.
Mhm.
Isn't the bunny from
Oakley.
Yeah, Oakley, yeah.
We have all of them. So when we had just gotten started, and they approached us about doing that kind of stuff and wanted to kind of follow her story through. And then COVID happened, so things got off track. But she did the the elephant. Sit up, please. She did the elephant thing, and it was Olivia the elephant. So we have Olivia the elephant, but ever since then, we have gotten whatever ones have come out. We've kind of, it's sort of what we
My
collect.
favorite's the astronaut dog.
That's pretty
That-
cool.
But that was not one of the patients. That was just
Oh,
because of the mission that they did when they sent the nurses up there.
Do you have big plans this summer, Olivia? Or just get through the third grade?
I do.
Beach.
Yeah. Tell her, not me.
Beach.
Go to the beach. We like to travel, so we've gone to the beach as much as we can. She's missed out, I think, on one beach trip during treatment, which was tough. Our whole family went on the vacation, like extended family.
And Daddy stayed with me.
Well, he came back early. But we had to leave her behind, and this was something that was planned before she ever got sick.
Yeah.
So it was definitely tough. So she missed out on a little bit, but we've tried to do a good job of making
we
up
went
for
to
it.
Lighthouse Retreat a lot.
There's a lot of organizations that do amazing things for kids that are going through this.
And one time at Lighthouse Retreat, it's like a beach somewhere in Destin, and it was like a live TV show, and it was like singing, and then they said,
they surprised us.
yeah, they surprised us.
We had them tell us, we had them do like a song at one of their retreats and let us know that we were getting to come back again. So they surprised them.
They said, Owen
They
and
missed my
Olivia.
name.
Yeah.
They
But it
didn't
was-
say my name.
We went with another family here that we had met.
Jonah.
But yeah, we've made up for a lot of missed time. I feel like we've done a good job with keeping us busy and active and just being a normal kid now because of St. Jude. You know, if it wasn't for St. Jude and people that donate, this would not be our outcome. You know, St. Jude has increased the donation, or has increased the survival rate for leukemia to 90%, and none of that would happen if people didn't do things like the Dream Home giveaways and the donations and supporting St. Jude. Because of that, they have the doctors that come in that are just amazing at what they do and help not only the people here or in Virginia or all over the United States, but all over the world, which is special.
Helps bring special doctors like what? Dr. Poo Poo? Was that him?
Dr. Pooey.
I wish that was his name, Dr. Poo Poo.
Well, he said all the names when we first met him, so that was probably on the list.
That's a good.
But Dr. Pooey, he's amazing.
Well, thank you
Why
guys
do
so
we pick
much.
Dr. Poo?
Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from ABC 13 WSET.